Model United Nations conferences are academic simulations that reenact the sessions of the organs of the UN system. Participating delegations from universities represent the delegation of a certain member state to the UN's different committees. Students research the position of their assigned country beforehand, discuss actual agenda topics in committee sessions, and develop solutions. Our initiative, FS Model United Nations, offers students of the Frankfurt School of Finance and Management the unique opportunity to participate each year in the National Model United Nations Conference in New York.
The United Nations model gives a platform for various types of students to represent their country. Students will be able to actually take that knowledge and then understanding and then all aspect of it and then bring it back to their own countries.
Last year I was in the General Assembly 3, so one of the biggest committees, and when we first entered the room it was just overwhelming. There were so many people. I would say as soon as you're in the conference and in the room, you're like in another world.
In 2016, FS Model United Nations will represent Japan at the FS MUN in New York with a delegation of 40 students. Additionally, we will have 2 delegates representing the Russian Federation in the Security Council. Our goal is to give every student a chance to participate in this conference, no matter what their background is.
The topics we discussed this weekend were globalization, women's rights and immigration.
And you also have to get familiar with countries you're not that familiar with normally.
I think the moment what really changed my life and my view of Model UN was when we were at the General Assembly last year. It was the moment Ban Ki-moon held his speech, and he spoke about what young people, how young people can change the world.
You learn a lot through Model United Nations about countries and also the work that the United Nations is doing. So after hearing that, I decided that I would like to do something on my own. Therefore, I joined UNICEF to helping children all over the world which are in need.
So far, with collective effort and generous sponsors, you are able to cover a great amount of traveling costs and living costs. But the conference requires also a delegate's fee, which is $135 for each delegate. After the selection process, financials, especially fees, are a great barrier for some of us. This is why we need your help.
The war started in my country 8 months ago, and by that time I was I could not do anything, and I felt very disappointed and very desperate. Conflict resolutions and being a part of the international system really interests me a lot.
I want to bring more women in international politics, and so I want to go to New York.